right, welcome everyone this afternoon to our championship game. Looks like we are starting on time today.
We don't do well if you can't play his music.
The Zam is off the ice, so we're just waiting for refs to come out and the two teams to come out, and we will get this championship game started. Welcome to the championship game if you're just tuning in. The refs are coming out onto the ice. I can see the boys lined up directly below us. Championship game versus the Atlanta Madhatters. Atlanta wearing their green jerseys. We are the home team for today's matchup. Home team, we are wearing white. Starting 3 minutes of warm-ups here. So the Atlanta Madhatters, we beat them earlier in the tournament, but it was a close game. It was a score of 3-2. So this one's going to be a tough one today. Oh, blue line camera, genius. It's genius. Why did we wait till the last game for the blue line camera? Mr. Bozo's in the penalty box again today, so we'll see if he does his camera over there. Minute 30 left in warm-ups here. Got about 28 seconds left in warm-ups here. Little bench cam action for you. The boys are cleaning up the pucks here after warm-ups. Do we know if Kira's feeling any better? I don't think they're here. I haven't seen her yet. Kira, honey, if you're listening, I hope you're feeling good today. Speaking of Kira, we're going to do lots of shout outs as this is our last broadcast of the season. So we are going to shout out our hockey sisters who have shown up at every game, cheering for their brothers, cheering for the team, traveling with the families, sometimes when they necessarily didn't want to. The sisters have always shown up here, so we're giving a shout out to the hockey sisters today. Nikki Guido is in the net to start this championship game. Starting lineups, I have Park, David, Hayden, and Andy out on defense. Madhatters coming out to the ice to take their positions. 13-minute periods here for this championship game. Hayden takes a face-off, wins it back to the neutral zone to Park. Park up along the boards, enters into our zone offsides. Ooh, the blue line camera pick up that offside. Oh, we didn't have on the blue line camera. Pops over the blue line into our zone. Shot in on Nikki. Nikki makes his first save of the game. Andy picks up the rebound, sends it up the boards to Park. Up to the blue line, it's out. Park in the neutral zone. Bounced around on their feet. Pops out to Aiden. Aiden's going to take it in up against the boards into the Atlanta zone. Atlanta's going to send it back out all the way back down. They're waving off icing for that one. We head all the way back down behind our net. It's Hayden. Hayden's going to circle back up around. Hayden's going to send it to David outside of our zone. It gets by David, though, and Atlanta grabs it in the neutral zone, send it across to the other side of the ice, and they're looking to get back in our zone. They do, but it goes right to Andy. Andy's going to take it behind our net. Andy's going to throw it over to the boards, trying to get it to Park. Gets out of the zone, but Atlanta's got it in the neutral zone again. Pressure from David. Get there, David. David gets a stick to it, bounces over to Park. Park's got it on his stick. Park trying to get in closer to the net. Gets pushed into the corner. Park sends it off to the side of the net. Sitting there loose on the side of the net, picked up by Atlanta. David picks it up in the corner. It's going to end up behind Atlanta's net again. Nolan's coming out on the ice now, as well as Rudy. David is going off to change. And Sebastian is coming on. Still in the Atlanta zone. Nolan up along the boards. Goes down on the boards. I can't talk. Atlanta coming up and out of the zone. Over the blue line, they're in the neutral zone, but Park takes it away. Park takes it back into Atlanta zone. Sebastian going to the front. Park working hard down low below the red line. Sends it across the middle. Doesn't get all the way through. Picked up by Aiden in the middle. Backhands it in towards the net. Doesn't get through. Atlanta picks it up in the circle. Stolen again by Park. Park shoots. Shot doesn't get through. Atlanta takes it again. Atlanta's going to skate up and out. Park needs to change. In the neutral zone, Park's going off. Looks like Ethan is coming on. Behind our net, we've got Nolan pinned up along the boards. Picked up by Rudy. Sent around the boards to Ethan in front of our bench. Up to the blue line. It's out of our zone. Bennett. Atlanta takes it back into our zone. Good pressure. Good boy. Pops out to Ethan. Ethan's going to skate it out of our zone. Ethan in the neutral zone. Passes it up to Rudy. Got knocked away from Rudy as they were crossing over into the zone, so that's going to be an offsides call. Face-off will come outside of the zone. bouncing around in the neutral zone. Atlanta's got it in the middle. Pass it over to the blue line, enters our zone. Ethan gets it off a bounce off the boards. Ollie to Ethan. Ethan pops it over the blue line out of the zone. Sebastian fighting for it in the middle. Atlanta grabs it, dumps it in over the blue line, right to Will in the middle. Will sends it out of the zone. Back into our zone over the blue line, dump deep into the corner. Bennett going into the corner after it. Whoa. I think Bennett was trying to send it behind the net there and went in on Nick a little bit there. Atlanta pops it back over the blue line again. Ollie sends it back out to Sebastian in the middle. Ethan's got it up along the boards. Bounced out to Ollie, to Sebastian. In their feet. Pops back to Ollie again. Ollie's going to send it out here in the middle to Ethan. Ethan looking to get it in the zone. Oh, we're offsides. Bennett took a shot high from the blue line, but it was offsides there. So 9:26 left here in the first, till 0-0. Face off outside Atlanta zone. I've got Cole, Logan, and Nick out, along with Hayden and Andy on D. Face off goes into Atlanta zone there, right there. They send it to the boards. Over the blue line is out. We got to clear the zone. Nice job, Nick. Nick's going to send it back in over the blue line, right there to Atlanta to send it right back out again. Picked up by Hayden, back over the blue line into our zone. Get there, Hayden. Hayden's going to bounce it off the boards to get it to Cole. Cole fighting to get control of it, sends it up to the blue line, held in by Atlanta. Logan grabs it. Logan pops it out. Atlanta's going to clear the zone. And they take it back in over here on the opposite side. Up along the boards, it's Cole. Cole sends it out into the neutral zone. Atlanta's right there. Atlanta's going to bounce it off the boards and back. Nope, didn't go back in the zone. Picked up by Nick in the middle. Nick's going to skate it into Atlanta zone. Nick's looking for a pass. Move your feet, boys. Gives it to Andy on the blue line. Andy gives it back to Nick on the boards. Nick heading in closer to the net. He's got 3 on him. Loses it to the boards. Atlanta's going to skate it up and out. They pass it across the middle. Hayden's right there. Atlanta picks it up again in the middle. Going to re-enter our zone. Go get it. Go get it. Beat him. Nice job, Andy. Andy throwing a block so Cole can get to the puck. Cole in the corner. Cole's going to send it up the boards. Held in. Up and it bounces over to Nick, who's going to skate it up and out. Nick in the neutral zone. Logan's going with them. Crossed over the blue line just for a second. Popped right back out. Atlanta has it in the middle. Atlanta throws it to the boards. We get a whistle. I'm going to guess that one must have been offside. 7:52 left in the first period. Championship game here today. Junior Canes versus Atlanta Madhatters. All tied up still 0-0. Face off outside our zone. It's Aiden, Park, and David. Nolan and Ollie. Nope, Nolan and Rudy are out on defense. It's in our zone. They throw it in towards the net. Left. Nolan picks up the rebound, sends it to the boards. Fighting for it up along the boards in our zone. Down into the corner. Atlanta's got it. Atlanta takes a shot. Save Nikki. Behind the net. Get there. Atlanta puts it back out front again. It's in the crease. It's in the blue paint. Woo! We send that off to the side. A couple players went down in front of the net. We were able to push the puck out to the corner. Atlanta has it in the middle. Knocked away by Aiden. Good job, Aiden. Gets it up to Park. Park takes it out of the zone. Park gets it to Aiden. We're in the Atlanta zone. Aiden's going to have to go into the corner after it. Aiden behind the net goes down. No calls. Get back up, Aiden. Nolan going up along the boards after it. Nolan into the corner. Whoa! Oh, they're letting them play today. Atlanta into the opposite corner. Atlanta's going to take it back behind their net. Pass it to the boards. Shipped up over Nolan's stick out of the zone. Aiden grabs it in the middle, though. Gives it back to Nolan. Look where you're passing, Nolan. Back into the Atlanta zone. Nolan up along the boards. Nolan heading in towards the net. Get a quick shot, maybe. Oh, knocked away from Nolan. Shot! It is good! Nice job, boys! Bounce out! We're able to get it. That's all you take all we need here. 1-0 Canes. All right, Bennett David is coming out with Sebastian and Ethan. Ollie and Will on D. Face off center ice. Comes back to Will. Will in the neutral zone, bounces it off the boards. Doesn't get in the zone. Atlanta reverses. Back into our zone, it's Ollie. Ollie's going to send it back out into the neutral zone to be picked up by Bennett. Bennett chips it over the blue line to the boards in the Atlanta zone. Atlanta's going to grab that in the corner. They're going to skate it behind their own net. Atlanta sends it up to the blue line, out into the neutral zone. It's a 1-on-2. Ollie and Will are back on defense. We send them wide to the boards. Ollie battling forward on the boards in front of our bench. The referee's right there. Nice. It's out of the zone again. Atlanta's going to try to regroup in the neutral zone here. They send it backwards into their own zone to try to remain control of it. Sent back into our zone over the blue line. Ollie sends it back up to the point, held in by Atlanta. Atlanta's heading in down the middle. Ethan sends it to the boards. Atlanta's got it in the corner, looking to center it. Get it out of the middle, Sebastian grabs it out of the middle, sends it up to the point. It's going to be held in by Atlanta. Picked up by Bennett, sent out of the zone. Ethan going after it, back into Atlanta's zone. Atlanta's going to grab it, take it behind their own net. 5:15 left in the first period here. In the middle, Hayden is out now. Ethan's got it, center ice, knocked away from Ethan, but Sebastian's going to get there to pick it up. Sebastian takes it in over the blue line, Bennett right behind him. Atlanta stands it back up to the blue line, it's out. It's coming back down into our zone. Andy's going after it. Looks like we're going to get an icing call on this one. All right. 4:52 left in the first period. Score 1 Canes, 0 Mad Hatters. Face-off is coming back down into Atlanta zone. Cole is out with Logan and Nick. Atlanta gets it off the face-off. They're going to skate it up and out of their zone. Crosses over the blue line into our zone, picked up by Andy. Andy fighting for it in the corner. Pops out to Logan. Over the blue line and out of the zone. Atlanta's trying to clear. They do. And they send it back in over the blue line, but Andy's right there. Pops out to Cole in the neutral zone. Enters Atlanta zone. It's going in on the goalie, who's going to come out and play it. Up to the blue line. It's going to get out of the zone. Hayden in the neutral zone. Hayden is going to dump it back in deep to Atlanta zone. They're right there. Catch it. Send it right back out to Nick in the middle. We clear the zone. Nick fighting for it on the boards in front of the Mad Hatters bench. Bounces out to the middle, right to Andy. Andy gives it to Logan. Nice pass. Gets knocked away from Logan. And Atlanta's going to re-enter our zone. Atlanta takes a shot. Nikki makes a save. Pushes it off into the corner. Andy picks it up in the circle. He's going to take it behind the net. He's going to rim it around up the boards to Logan, up to the blue line, held in by Atlanta. Pops out to Andy. Andy's going to send it out into the neutral zone. Picked up by Cole. He's got a 2-on-1. It's Cole and Logan. Cole enters the zone, trying to make a move. Trying to keep a stick on it. Did we get an offsides call there? I couldn't even hear the whistle. It's pretty loud in here. Three and a half left in the first period. This first period is flying by. Aiden takes the face off outside Atlanta zone. It's Aiden, Park, and David. Atlanta sends it out of their zone. They're skating through the neutral zone. Held up by Aiden, pops out to Park. Pressure from David, pops it over the blue line back into Atlanta zone. They got to take it deep. They're going behind their net. Pressure from Park. Atlanta sends it to the boards, up to the blue line. It's out. It's out. Atlanta throws it across the neutral zone, picked up by David. All right, Aiden gives it to Park. Park's going to take it into Atlanta zone. David's going to the front. Park's fighting for it up along the boards there. He sends it across the middle. Atlanta's right there. Pressure from Aiden. Atlanta's going to send it up out of the zone, through the neutral zone, back into our zone. Nolan's going to get it here. Make a decision. Nolan gives it to Rudy on the boards. Sent to the boards by Aiden out of the zone. Atlanta sends it across the neutral zone. They pass it up to the blue line. It's in our zone. All the way back down into the corner. It's Nolan. Nolan in the corner. He's going to take it behind our net. Nope, he reverses. That's dangerous. David grabs it in the circle. David's going to skate it up and out. Trying to get it across to Park, but it bounced off Aiden's skate there, and Atlanta's going to reverse it. Aiden in the middle. Aiden's going to enter Atlanta's zone. Go to the net, boys. Go to the net. Gives it to Park in the middle. Park can't get a whole stick on it. One of the Atlanta players lost a stick. We're trying to wrap it around. It's loose in the crease. It's on the side of the net. And the goalie reaches out to cover it for the whistle. 1:52 left. 1:52. Face off in Atlanta zone. Bennett, Sebastian, and Ethan are out. Face off goes over to Ethan. He's going to give it up to Ollie on the blue line. Ollie tried to get it back to Ethan, but didn't get through, and Atlanta sends it out of the zone. Right to Will in the middle. Will bounces it off the boards to Bennett. Bennett gets pushed down. No call. Back into the Mad Hatter zone. Deep. Mad Hatter's down into the corner. They send it up the boards. Bennett fighting forward in the circle. Sebastian tries to send it towards the net. Bounces out to Atlanta. Atlanta looking to skate it up and out of their zone. They do. They're skating through the neutral zone. They enter our zone. Shot gets deflected into Will. Will in the corner fighting for it. He lost his stick. Got an Atlanta player without a stick. We send the puck out of our zone all the way back down into Atlanta zone. Atlanta grabs it in their zone. They're skating it back up to the blue line. Knocked away to Bennett, trying to reverse it. Atlanta takes it back in their own zone, trying to regroup. They're going to take it out again. They send it across the middle. They enter the zone over the blue line wide. Working their way towards the middle. High slot. Nice stick there. Good pressure. Bounces up in the air on Nikki, who catches it and holds on to it for the whistle. 34.3 seconds left here in the first period. Face off in our zone. Cole, Logan, Nick, Rudy, and Andy. We got an Atlanta player who's trying to come off the ice. Over here on the opposite side, he's having trouble getting the gate open there. I'm not sure why he's coming off, maybe an equipment issue. Here we go, we'll get started. Puck drop, Cole in the circle. Andy sends it to the corner. Logan picks it up off the boards. It's on the boards, Cole's fighting for it. Cole's gonna skate it out of the zone with 23 seconds. Pops out to Hayden. Knocked away from Hayden. Andy's gonna step up. Get him. Atlanta back in our zone. Andy up along the boards. Bounces off the boards to Nick. Bounces out to Logan. Hurry, 5 seconds. Back into Atlanta zone. They're going to take it behind their own net as time is going to expire in the first period here. All right, after 1, Junior Canes 1, Atlanta Mad Hatters 0. So the boys will head to the bench. Let's give another shout out here. We're going to shout out our grandparents. We have so many grandparents around the country tuning in game after game to watch their grandkids compete. Sometimes they travel with us, but a lot of the times they're just watching the the camera fell down. The grandparents sometimes can travel with us. Sometimes they're just tuning in from home, but they're catching the games all across the country to watch their grandkids play the game they love. So we appreciate the grandparents tuning in to watch us. We're glad we can bring these games to you. Also want to shout out some international viewers that we have. Not only do we have people tuning in from all around our country, but we have people tuning in from outside of our country. Not sure if you watch live because sometimes the time difference is probably killer, but we love that people are watching us from all around the country as well. All right, starting the second period here, switching sides, Cole, Nick, and Logan. Rudy and Nolan out on defense. Atlanta is trying to get it into our zone. We're giving them trouble on the blue line to keep it out. Nice. Cole's got it in the neutral zone. Cole skating into Atlanta zone. Cole looking to get a shot. The Atlanta got a stick stick to that to keep that from being on net, and Atlanta sends it to the boards. Logan up along the boards, sends it in towards the net, wide left, bounces off the boards behind the net to the opposite side. Pressure from Nick, up to the blue line, Rudy. Rudy bounces off the boards to hold it in. Atlanta sends it back out though. Through the neutral zone, back into our zone. Nolan's going after it up along the boards. Nolan sends it up to the blue line to Cole. Cole's going to skate it up and out. We got a 2-on-2. It's Cole and Nick. Cole gives it to Nick. Atlanta sends it right back out. Picked up by Logan in the middle on the red line. Gives it back to Nick. Nick dumps it in. Nope, he tried to dump it in deep. Couldn't get it through. It's still in the neutral zone. Atlanta's got it. Atlanta's going to enter our zone. In front of the bench. Logan sends it up to the blue line. It's out of the zone again. Atlanta sends it across the neutral zone. They miss the pass and it bounces into our zone to be picked up by Nolan. Nolan's going to take it behind our net. Keep your head up, baby. Nolan sends it to Rudy. Bounces over to Atlanta. Circling back around in the middle. Here comes shoot. Shot. Wide right. Bounces into the corner. Nick going after it. Nick. Back into the opposite corner. Sent in on the side of the net. It's actually on the back of the net there. Nolan fighting for it. Atlanta's got it, trying to put it out front. Atlanta. Shit. We didn't get control of it. Atlanta was able to get a shot off and they put it in over Nick's shoulder there into the opposite side, tying up the game 1-1. All right, David, Park, and Aiden coming out for this face-off. They win it back to Ollie. Ollie and Will are out on defense. Atlanta sends it out of their zone. Ollie on the red line in the middle. Bounces out to David. Knocked away from David, but right to Will. Will skating through the neutral zone. Will enters Atlanta zone. Knocked away from Will and sent back out. David. Oh, bounced back over the blue line. Atlanta sends it back out again. Ollie's going to send it back in again. Picked up by Park. Park in the slot. Shot doesn't get through. Into the corner goes David. David fighting for it in the corner. In the circle. Atlanta's all over him. Up along the boards is Aiden. Up to the blue line, Ollie. Look, Ollie sent it across. Nice. Across to David. Oh, Atlanta got in there. Out into the neutral zone. We got a 1-on-1 here. Ollie back on defense. Atlanta holds up in the slot. Yes. Picked up by Park. Reverses it. Park's taking it out. Park, high slot. Park. Shoot. Shot doesn't get through. Atlanta sends it back up to the blue line. Out of the zone. Ooh, lots of yelling going on in here. Ollie in the middle to Park. Knocked away from Park. Over the blue line back into Atlanta zone, but they're going to get that up along the boards. Atlanta passes it out. Ollie swoops in there. Bounced over to David. David circling back around in the neutral zone. Pressure from Aiden. Aiden tries to pop it out to Park. Park picks it up. Park circling back around, sends it in on the net. Goalie makes a save, rebound is loose. Off the side of the net is Sebastian. Still loose. Goalie gets on top of it on the side of the net and pops it out. 9:27 left in the second period. We're all tied up 2-2. 1-1. Face-off in Atlanta zone. It's Bennett, Sebastian, and Ethan. Hayden and Andy are out here on defense. Bennett wins the face-off to Ethan. Ethan sends it to the board. Sebastian. Bennett going into the corner. Atlanta throws it all the way around behind the net to the opposite side. Ethan up along the boards. Ethan's going to give it to Hayden on the blue line. Hayden's going to send it in on the net, knocked down by the Atlanta players. Picked up in the circle and sent back to the boards. Atlanta in the circle, pops out to Ethan. Ethan's trying to get it across the middle to Bennett, but Atlanta intercepts and Atlanta's going to skate it out. Knocked away by Andy, good stick. Atlanta regroups. They enter the zone. On the boards, I'm going to sneeze. Sorry. Woo! They sent it through the crease to the opposite side, excuse me. Atlanta fighting for it, trying to send it across the crease again, goes all the way through the opposite side. It's Ethan on the boards. Up to the blue line, it's out. Through the neutral zone, back into Atlanta zone. It's not going to be icing. They've waved off icing. Atlanta on the side of their net. Sends it up to the blue line, out of their zone. Andy here on defense. Atlanta enters our zone. Andy, nice job. Andy stands them up along the boards. Stops their momentum, pops out to Ethan in the circle. Hayden takes it behind our net. Hayden looking. Hayden sends it to the boards, up to the blue line, held in by Atlanta. They send it back in deep. Just over 8 minutes left here in the second period. Andy down deep, brings it around the boards. Atlanta's there to pick it up. Atlanta's going to send it in on Nikki. Makes a save. It's loose on the side of the net. They're going to try a wraparound. Get him out of there. They're behind the net. It's loose. Clean that up, boys. Atlanta trying to put it back out front. We're all scrambling in front of the net. Shot up over the net. Oh, they try a wraparound. It's off the side of the net. Covered out. It goes to the crease to the opposite side. Picked up by Sebastian. Holy cow, we survived that flurry, and he lost his stick up to the blue line. They send it back in. Intercepted in the middle by Bennett. Atlanta in the middle. Pops up in the air. Nicky knocks it down with the stick. His glove. He still doesn't have his stick. Just get it out of his own. Ice it. Ice it. Nicky gets his stick back. Still fighting for it in our zone. Deep below the red line. Atlanta trying to put it out front again. Bennett battling for it. They send it through the crease again to the opposite side. Ethan's going to pick it up. Ethan's going to skate it up and out. Into the Atlanta zone over the blue line. Get there, Ethan. Go to the front. Sebastian's in the front. Ethan's got it. Ethan shoots and scores! Ethan! Nice job, buddy! What a play from scrambling down in our own zone, scrambling to keep that puck out of the crease to come all the way back down to the other end. Getting information that the replay button is not working, so I hope you're watching it live. Up to the blue line. Nolan tried to dive to hold that in, but it pops out. We clear the zone. Trying to regroup in the middle here. Nolan's going to pop it up in the air over the blue line. Atlanta's going to send that up to the blue line, bounces back out. Logan in the middle, pops out to Nick. And grabbed by Rudy. Rudy's headed in. Sebastian's going to the, no, Nick going to the front. Rudy gets a shot in on the goalie. Goalie makes a save and holds it. 6:28 left here in the second period. Or 2 Canes, 1 Atlanta. Y'all know I love a championship game. Switching goalies. We're halfway through the game, so it looks like they're going to send in Joel. Face off in Atlanta zone. Into the corner. Atlanta sends it behind their own net to the opposite side. Nick up along the boards. Nick's going to send it in on the net. Goalie moves out, gets a stick on that, pushes it away. It's back in the corner. Atlanta sends it behind the net to the opposite side. On the boards, it's Logan. Atlanta gets in there, takes that away. Atlanta skating up to the blue line. They're out into the neutral zone. They bounce it off the boards, but they can't get by Rudy. Rudy says, not today. Into our zone. Atlanta sends a shot in on the net, wide left. Get in there, Nolan. Up along the boards, it's Nick. Nick's going to skate it up and out of our zone. Nick gives it to Cole, passes just behind him. He's trying to settle it down with his feet. Atlanta knocks away, but Rudy's right there. Rudy's going to shoot again. Save goalie. Rudy's had 2 shots here in the last 2 minutes. He's going to go off and change. I have Aiden, Park, and David coming out. I have Ollie and Will coming out. They have shots on goal, tied up at 9 here, each side. Face off in Atlanta zone, taken by Aiden. Aiden gets it over to Park. Gives it back to Aiden on the boards here. Aiden drops it back off for Park. Sent deep into the corner. David going in after it behind the net. To the opposite side, Atlanta up along the boards. Trying to get it out of the zone. Aiden swoops in there, holds it in. Aiden deep below the red line. Sends it towards the side of the net, picked up by Atlanta. Atlanta skating through the circle. They take it out of their zone. Crosses over the blue line into our zone. Held up on the wall. Let's see. We've got a player down. Aiden goes down. We've got an Atlanta player down. Players are going to take a knee here. They had a collision up against the wall. And their player's getting back up. Aiden's still down on the ice. Coach is coming out to check on him here. So quick recap as to where we are. 5 minutes left in the second period. Canes are up by a score of 2-1. All right, Aiden's getting back to his feet here. He's going to skate back to the bench. All right, Aiden's going to make his way back to the bench, and it looks like who's going to come out with David and Park here? Who's coming out? What did they do? Okay, Bennett's going to come out. Bennett's going to come out and finish his shift with David and Park. And I have Ollie and Will on defense. Face off in our zone. On the side of the net. Behind the net. Sent up to David on the boards. David sends it across to Park. Just bounces off a Park stick, but it's in Atlanta's zone. Atlanta's goalie is going to come out and settle it down for their player. Nice pressure from Park there. Atlanta behind the net. Good pressure from Park. Put it out, Park. Bouncing around in their feet. Park goes down. He's getting back up. Atlanta looking to skate it up and out of the zone. They do. Got a 3-on-2 here. Ollie and Will on defense. Shot bounces up in the air below the red line. Sent to the corner. David on the boards. David bounces it off the boards and out of the zone. Back into Atlanta's zone. Atlanta's going to pick it up in the slot there. Back to the boards. Out of the zone. Ollie gives it to Will. Will's going to send it up to Park. Park crosses over the blue line into the zone. Park's in the middle. Park shoots. Deflected. Wide right. Picked up by Atlanta below the red line. Pressure from David up along the boards. David working his way back towards the middle. David's going to shoot. Shot. Save goalie. Holds on to it. Lining up for a face-off in Atlanta's zone. It's Cole, Logan, and Nick. Andy and Hayden are out on D. Cole takes the face-off. Picked up by Atlanta. Atlanta skates it up out of their zone. Bouncing around in the neutral zone. They cross over the line into our zone. Send it across the middle. We're there to clean it up. That's Hayden right there, knocked it away from the middle. Atlanta trying to send it back in deep. Ethan intercepts. They send it back in deep this time. Pressure from Andy. They send it across the middle. They got a guy in front, but Hayden's there. Ethan's going to send it up to the blue line. It's not out. Uh-oh. In on the net. Sent up to the blue line again. Held in by Atlanta. Atlanta's going to shoot from way up high. Gets deflected. Wide left control into the corner. Ethan. Both players go down in the corner. No calls there. I don't think there's been a penalty called this whole game. Just under 3 minutes. Shot in on Joel, wide right. Into the corner. Two players go down again. No calls there. Up to the blue line. It's out of our zone. Sebastian in the middle. Picked up by Atlanta. Atlanta circling back around. They got to clear the zone. They do. Circling back around in the neutral zone again. Pass it to the blue line. Atlanta's going to enter our zone. Knocked away from the middle. Nice. Oh, get it out of there. Get it out of there. Sent up to the blue line. Held in. Nice. It's out. Out of the zone. We're going to have icing. But the goalie was going to come out and play it. They were all yelling at him that it was going to be icing, and he backed off. So that'll come all the way back down into our zone. 2:16 left in the second period here. Shots on goal, all tied up at 10, but your Canes have a 2-1 lead. So Park is centering Nick and Logan. Nolan. Oh, that bounced up off the crossbar up over Joel. It's in front, shot, saved Joel, sent to the boards by Nolan. Park's going to take it out of our zone, into Atlanta's zone. Atlanta's going to get there first. They take it behind their net. Nice, held up by Park. Park's got it. Lots of pressure from Atlanta. They're all over Park. Park's still got it. Park shoots. Shot gets deflected wide left. Atlanta skating it up along the boards, up to the blue line, held in by Nolan, who goes down. Get up, baby. Atlanta in the neutral zone. They enter our zone. Knocked away by Logan, still in the zone. Sent in on the net, deflected. Whoa, Joel made a save on that one. It's deflected up in the air. It's on the boards. Atlanta sends it back in towards the net. Wide right to the opposite corner, 120. Take it out. Park's got it. He's going to skate it up out of our zone. He's in the neutral zone. Nick's going with him. Park enters the zone. Park shoots. Save goalie. Still loose. Nick's going to pick up the rebound in the corner. Atlanta throws it along the boards. Nick tries to send it across the front. Gets deflected down. Across the middle. Rudy's going to take a slap shot from high. Almost got a deflection into the net. Went up over. It's in the corner. Park's fighting for it again. Park's got it below the red line. Park trying to get out front. Park shoots. And he puts it in under the goalie. Making the score 3-1 Canes. All right, 45 seconds left here in the second period. Same lines are going to stay out. Park, Logan, Nick. Logan passes it through the neutral zone to Nick. Nick heading in on the net. Goalie gets a stick on it. It's in the circle. Atlanta picks it up. They send it to the boards up to the blue line. Ollie's looking to hold it in there. He does, but Atlanta's going to grab it. Oh, Park swoops in. Park into the corner. Nick going to the front. Sends it through to the opposite side. Oh, it's out of the zone. Atlanta trying to regroup in the middle. They enter our zone. Shot, wide right. 10 seconds here in the second period. Picked up by Will behind the net. Will sends it to the corner. Over to Park up along the boards. 5 seconds. Bounces out of the zone. Logan in the neutral zone. His time is going to expire here in the second period. So after 2, score 3 Canes, 1 Madhatters. Let's give another shout out here. Let's give a shout out to all of our moms. Our moms are pretty awesome. I've been around a lot of hockey moms in my years of being a travel hockey parent, and I will tell you that this team of 10U Red parents are some of the best. As witnessed by many as we went out on a town in Nashville the other night. So shout out to all the hockey moms for putting in the time with the kids, making all these tournaments, making all this fun stuff for the kids, making sure they get to practices on time. Some dads too. I'll give a shout out to the dads also. We love our hockey dads. But you know the moms are the ones making it happen. What's that? Oh, we're looking at the score sheet here. What can we see on the score sheet? Can y'all read that?
I don't know how to read it.
It's a little bouncy. I'm not sure what I'm looking at. But I know that there haven't been any penalties yet this game, and the Canes are up 2 goals with a score of 3-1. Canes are headed back out. Nikki comes up the crowd from across the way. All right, I've got a line reunited. I've got Aiden, Harvey, David. Aiden coming back on the ice after that injury with Hayden and Sebastian. Final period here, 13 minutes left in this championship game. Puck drop, Aiden. Picked up by Atlanta, knocked away by Hayden. They do enter our zone though over the blue line. keeping him wide on the boards. They send it across the middle, but Hayden doesn't let that get through. Get it out of the front. Will gives it over. No, Aiden gives it over to David on the boards. David's going to circle back just a little bit, pass it out to Park in the neutral zone. Atlanta knocks that one away. They reverse it. Atlanta back over the blue line into our zone. They send it across the middle. Nice, Sebastian. Atlanta grabs it again. They're in the circle. Popped up in the air below the red line. Picked up by Aiden. Aiden behind the net. Aiden up along the board. Sends it up to the blue line. It's not out. On the boards again. Pops out to the middle to Hayden. Pops over to David. David dumps it into Atlanta zone. That's going to be icing here. So we'll get a face-off to come back down into our zone. Nolan is out on defense with Rudy. And I've got Bennett's line. Bennett, Ethan, and Sebastian. Face-off Bennett. Wins it into the corner to Sebastian. Pops out to Atlanta. Trying to get it across the middle. It's on the side of the net. Sent back to the boards by Rudy. Nice job, Rudy. On the boards, it's Atlanta. Boys, move your feet. Move your feet. There's a lot of standing still here. Bounces to the opposite side. Bennett in the corner. Atlanta in the circle. Top of the circle. Their slot. They send it in towards the net. Doesn't get through. It's in Rudy's feet. He sends it up to the blue line. Bounces out of the zone. Atlanta back into the neutral zone. Back into their own zone. Try to regroup. Can't get it out of their zone to Bennett on the boards in front of Atlanta's bench. Top of the circle. Up to the blue line. Bounces out to the middle. It's coming across. Rudy swoops in there. Rudy picks it up. Rudy down deep into the corner. Rudy, give it to Ethan up here. Rudy sends it across the middle. Sebastian White couldn't get a stick on it and pops into the opposite corner. Atlanta sends it up the boards. Nolan holds it in. Nolan's going to send it back in deep. Atlanta's there. Get back on your feet, baby. Up to the blue line. Bounces over the blue line. It's out into the neutral zone. On the blue line. It's out of the zone here. Crosses the red line. Atlanta enters the zone. Good stick by Rudy. Nice job, Rudy. Sends it back out into the neutral zone. 10:56 left here. Back into our zone. Atlanta high in the middle. Atlanta shot wide left. Get up. Into the corner. Sebastian skating it up and out of our zone. Sebastian crosses the blue line. He's in the neutral zone. Tries to get it to Bennett. Bounced off someone's skate, I think, into Atlanta's zone. Held in again. It's out. It's in the neutral zone. Atlanta's coming in. It's a 3-on-3. Nick up along the boards. Into the corner. It's Ollie. Ollie uses his body to stop the momentum there. Sent to Nick on the boards. Nick, he's got some room. Go, go, go. Nick gives it to Cole. Cole's coming out. Cole through the neutral zone. Cole enters the zone. He's going to take a shot in on the goalie. Makes a save. Rebound is loose. Rebound is still loose. Goalie reaches out to cover it with some help from his defenseman there. My hands are sweaty. Face off in Atlanta zone. Nick, Cole, and Logan. Face off goes over to Nick. He gives it up to Andy on the blue line. Andy's going to send a D to Will. Will's going to take a shot. Wide left. Into the corner goes Nick. Atlanta skates it up the boards in front of their bench. They're going to take it out of their zone. Atlanta through the neutral zone. Will behind our net. Will's looking. Sends it to the boards up to the blue line. Held in by Atlanta. Bounces out. Up to the blue line. They send it in towards the net. Wide left to Joel. Will behind the net. Sends it to the opposite boards. Nick going after it. Nick in front of our bench. Sends it out of the zone. Into the middle here. Atlanta's going to send it back in, but Andy's right there. Andy, give it here where you were. Andy dumps it into Atlanta zone on the opposite side. Atlanta sends it up to the blue line. It's out. Will in the middle. Will on the red line. Will's going to take it into Atlanta zone. He's on the boards. He gets held up on the boards, and it's back out of the zone again. Andy in the middle. Dumps it back in deep. 9:05 left here in the game. Atlanta behind their own net. Atlanta skating it up to the blue line. It's out of their zone. Through the neutral zone. Somebody stop this guy. They enter our zone. There you go. There you go. In on the net. Joel pushes it off to the side. Atlanta tries to put it off the side of the net. Joel drops down and covers it on the side of the net. Park and David are out. Andy and Hayden on defense. Up to the blue line, Atlanta in front of our bench. Try to send it back in deep through the middle. Get it out of the middle. Up to the blue line. It's out of our zone. Aiden going after it in the middle. Bounces into Atlanta's zone. They've got it in the middle. They send it to the boards. David's got it. High circle. David working his way towards the middle. Shoots. Trying to get it to Park, who is out front. It's in the opposite corner. Park below the red line. Park fighting for it in the trapezoid. Atlanta behind their own net. Atlanta skating it out through the middle. 8:10 left. Atlanta takes it out of the zone. They enter our zone, keeping them wide though. Trying to put it across the middle, knocked away by Aiden in the circle. Aiden bounces it off the boards to David. David's going to bounce it off the boards and get his own pass. David through the neutral zone. Park's going with him. Oh, pass just goes past Park. In Atlanta's zone though, deep below the red line. Up along the boards, it's Hayden. Hayden in the circle. Hayden's looking for a shot. Oh, it's loose in the crease. Knocked away by Atlanta, but Aiden's got it in the middle. Aiden beats one guy, beats another, sends it in towards the net. But Atlanta knocks it away. Where is it? David circling back around in the circle. Top of the circle. David shoots. It's loose in the crease again. Picked up by Atlanta. Atlanta takes it over to the boards. 7:24 left. Up to the blue line, Hayden. Hayden sends it back in towards the net. Way wide right. Bounces behind the net into the corner. It's Atlanta. Atlanta sends it up to the blue line. It's out. It's in the neutral zone. We clear the zone. Atlanta dumps it in deep into our zone for icing. We'll take that. Players head back down into Atlanta zone for the face-off. It's Bennett, Sebastian, and Ethan. Nolan and Rudy on D. Bennett takes a face-off, comes back here to Rudy. Rudy sends it in towards the net, doesn't get all the way through. Atlanta has it in the middle. Out of the zone. Bouncing around in Ethan's feet. Ethan trying to get it back to Bennett, but Atlanta knocks it away. Pops out to Nolan. Oh, Atlanta enters our zone. They're up along the boards. Knocked away by Rudy there. Into the corner goes Nolan. Nolan sends it behind the net all the way to the opposite side. Up to the blue line. Sebastian takes it out. Sebastian skating through the middle. Tried to give it to Bennett. Bennett didn't know the pass was coming, and Atlanta takes it, circles back around. Out of their zone. They're in the neutral zone. Over the blue line, we send it right back out. Again, Sebastian in the middle. Sebastian gives it up to Ethan. Ethan enters the zone. Bennett's out front. He can't get it through to Bennett. It's in the trapezoid below the goal. Into the corner, Sebastian. 6:15 left in the game here. Up along the wall, it's Atlanta. Atlanta skating it up and out of their zone. They cross over the blue line. Shot. Wide right of Joel. That might have deflected a little bit. Atlanta tried to put it back out front. Blocked by Nolan. They've got it again. They send it up in the air through the crease to the opposite side. Rudy on the boards. Rudy fighting for it on the boards up to the blue line. They send it back in deep below the red line. It's Nolan. Nolan rims it around the boards. Atlanta on the boards. Pressure from Sebastian. Atlanta! Nolan knocks a shot down with his hand into the opposite corner. Pops out into the middle, top of the circle, picked up by Sebastian. Get it out. We take it out of the zone. It's Ethan. Ethan in the neutral zone. Ethan's going to give it to Bennett. Bennett's going to take it over the blue line into Atlanta's zone. Loses the puck up against the wall there, and Atlanta's going to take it out. We are changing players. Oh, I thought they were going to call a penalty, but it looks like we got an Atlanta player down over here behind the play up along the boards. So the players will take a knee here as we check on the Atlanta player. Looks like they just had a collision on the boards. I don't think there were any penalties there. All right, so quick little recap while they're tending to their player. 5:15 left in the game here. Score is 3 Canes, 1 Atlanta Madhatters. Atlanta players getting back to his feet. And we'll head back over to the bench. So they're going to go ahead and change out our players. Cole. Cole is going to come out to center Nick and Logan. Defenseman this shift, I've got Ollie and Will coming out. Face-off is outside of our zone. Taken by Cole. Wins it back to Ollie. Trying to get it out of our zone off the blue line there. We do. In the middle there, Nick skating through. Knocked away from Nick. Atlanta grabs it in the neutral zone, and they circle back around. They cross over the blue line. Shot is blocked by Will. Up in the air. Bounces out to the middle. Clean it up from the middle. Clean it up from the middle. Send it to the boards. Cole. Cole, top of the circle. Sends it over the blue line and out. Got another Atlanta player down. I didn't see what happened there. He's getting back to his feet as it's bouncing around in the middle. Aiden goes down again. Still no calls here. Both sides, parents have been calling for some calls, but the refs are just letting everything go here. Nick fighting for it in the corner. We're in Atlanta zone. Up to the blue line. Held in by Park. Park trying to get control of it off the boards. He's going to go deep below the red line. Nicky's out front. Park trying to put it off side of the net. Up to the blue line. Held in by Ollie. Bounces away from Ollie. Sends it to the boards in front of the Madhatters bench. Atlanta sends it out to Will. Will here in the neutral zone. Passes it out to Park, going after it in Atlanta zone. Atlanta's going to send it back out here. Atlanta in the middle. Atlanta skating through the neutral zone. Cross over the blue line, knocked away by Aiden. Nice job, Aiden, to the boards. Atlanta sends it in on the net. Joel makes a save. Get the rebound out of there. Will picks up the rebound in the middle. Passes it out into the neutral zone to Park. Park takes it into Atlanta zone. Puts a shot in on net. Bowie makes a save. Pushes it to the opposite side. David in the corner. 3:35. David fighting for it in the corner. Just hold it up against the boards there. I'm fine with that. 3:29. Below the red line behind the net, it's Aiden. Top of circle, Hayden. Sent to the opposite side. Park in corner. Got David going off, Bennett coming on. In the corner down there, it's Park and Aiden. That's okay. Hold it up against the boards. 3 minutes left here in the game. Pops out to Aiden. To Hayden. Hayden sends it back to Park on the boards. Deep in the corner below the red line. Atlanta takes it behind their own net. Bennett gets in there. All the way over here to Andy in front of the bench. Bounces off the boards to Park. 2:45 left to go. Park in the corner. Sends it across the middle. Bounces off of Bennett's skate. Here comes Hayden. Hayden, top of circle, sends it back in deep. It's behind the net. Park. Into the corner. Aiden picks it up. Move ref. Aiden on the boards. Gives it up to Andy on the point. Andy bounces off the boards. Can't quite get it back to Aiden. And here comes Atlanta. Atlanta's coming out. They're skating through the neutral zone with 2:22 left in the game. Atlanta, they're going to get a shot here. Bounces up in the air. Cleared out from the crease. Sent to the boards by Andy. Picked up off the boards by Bennett. Bennett's going to skate it up and out. He's in the neutral zone. Bennett enters Atlanta zone. Bennett takes a shot. Up over top of the net. Bounces into the corner. It's Sebastian Hayden, I think. Up to the blue line, it's Nolan. Nolan's sitting on top of it. Passes it out. We get a hand pass call. Can't do that there, buddy. And the Atlanta bench has called a timeout. 1:54 left in the game here. Canes up 3-1. So during this timeout here, let's give a quick shout out to our boys. Our boys, to decide to do the travel team and take on 3 practices a week, travel on most weekends, getting up early for games, 5 hours worth of practice every single week. It's a huge commitment. On top of everything they do at school, some of them play multiple sports. So let's remember to give a shout out to our boys who put a lot of time and work and energy into this sport. Heading back to the ice after this timeout. I will try to keep an eye on the Atlanta goalie to see if they pull the goalie. Face-off was outside the Atlanta zone. One back to Nolan. Nolan gives it to Ethan on the boards. Pops over to Bennett. Bennett takes it in Atlanta zone. 1:45. Atlanta skating through the neutral zone. Sent to the boards. Ethan in the corner. Ethan sends it behind the net, getting it over to Rudy on the opposite side. They pulled the goalie at 6-on-5. Get it out of the zone. Get it out of the zone. Nolan, get there. Nolan, get there. Sent to the opposite corner. Ethan in the corner. Ethan sends it behind the net to the opposite side. 6-on-5, 122. Rudy up along the boards. Held in by Atlanta at the blue line. Atlanta skating in towards the middle. Good stick, Rudy. Deflected deep into the corner. Sent in on Joel. Joel makes a save. We clean it up out of the middle. Sebastian's bouncing around in their feet. Blocked by Rudy in front of the net. Get it out of there. Nolan behind the net. Nolan sends it to the corner. 59 seconds left up along the boards. Atlanta sends it in. Blocked by Bennett. Deflects into the corner. Up along the boards, it's Nick. Over the blue line, it's out of the zone with 48 seconds left. The corner trying to regroup in the middle. They pop it up in the air. Offsides. .3 seconds left to go. Face-off will be center ice. I've got Cole. I've got Nickel. Atlanta's got it. Over the blue line into our zone. Picked up by Cole. It's in the neutral zone. Back in. They call it a hand pass again. Looks like they called a hand pass again. So let me see where that face-off is going to go with 30.6 seconds left. 30.6. Face-off into our zone. We send it back out into the middle. Atlanta sends it back in deep. Will's going back into our zone after it. It's no icing. Behind our net, it's Will. Oh, dangerous! Will, dangerous! Quick shot in on Joel. He dropped down to cover that one. Ooh, that's a little bit of a misplay there. We got lucky on that one. 16.3. Face-off in our zone. Still 6-on-5. Cole takes the face-off. It's on the boards. Atlanta in the corner. Atlanta behind our net. They send it out front. Oh, geez. Bounces off to the right. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2. Behind our net. We hold on to it. We're going to win this game. Flames take the championship game with the final score of 3-1. You'll see in hockey is ice full of sticks and gloves. Nice job, boys. Boys line up for handshakes here. We'll stay connected. Celebrations happening out on the ice here. So let's go students and the parents here. The boys will line up. I believe there's a medal ceremony here. Presenting the silver medal to the Madhatters. It's a good little couple games we had with them. they're headed over to present the medals to the Canes. So they are handing the medals to the boys. Are those medals? What are they giving the boys? Oh, they are medals. They are medals. They're just folded up.
Those are Cam. Just take a photo.
Does the camera flip around? Can you turn the camera on us?
We have a scan.
Oh, there you are. All right, so I've been giving shout outs all game long, but we can't forget to give a shout out to the man behind the camera, Mr. David Pollard. Y'all don't even know the amount of work that he does to set up these games so that we can broadcast and bring you the best pictures. Just the amount of time he has spent setting up the equipment, taking it down, making sure we have Wi-Fi, getting it all connected, and then all I do is show up and talk. So the real shout out goes to Dave Pollard.
And Denise, the official voice of the Junior Canes.
Best broadcasting duo in all the Junior Canes, in my humble opinion. As we share a high five, the boys are getting their picture taken with the championship banner here. We thank you for tuning in all season long. We have loved to bring you every minute of the games here.
Did it. Towels work.
Yeah. That's a hell of a way to end the season. Yeah. And it's going to make the drive home a little bit easier, as we're probably going to be rolling in after 11 o'clock tonight. Nice job, boys. All right, they're going to head back to the locker room, celebrate a little bit. We're going to jump in the car. Safe travels home to everybody, and thanks for watching us all season.